And that was, she said, there will be no wokeness here.
Oh, yeah.
Let me explain something to you, because without that wokeness, you might not have that job.
Yeah.
Because women were not invited to that table.
All right, everyone, get ready because The View is officially in crisis mode. And for good reason. Karoline Leavitt, the young, sharp, and fearless conservative powerhouse, has just hit ABC with a legal bombshell so massive that network executives are now scrambling behind the scenes, desperately trying to contain the fallout. And the best part? She didn't even have to step foot on their set to do it. After yet another tone-deaf and outrageous attack from Whoopi Goldberg, Joy Behar, and Sunny Hostin.
She's probably been put in there because, according to Donald Trump, she's a 10. You know that's what it is.
I want to be clear, though. It's not her first job. It was her first press briefing. She worked in the previous Trump administration.
Karoline didn't just respond. She went all in. And now the backlash is so massive that insiders claim ABC is secretly pleading with her to stand down before this situation becomes completely unfixable. But let me tell you, there's no stopping this now. So what exactly did Karoline say that caused Whoopi to go into full meltdown mode? Had Joy Behar visibly shaken and actually left Sunny Hostin speechless for once? You're going to want to hear this. But before we dive into this explosive takedown, do me a quick favor, hit that like button and hit subscribe so you don't miss any of these unfiltered, no-nonsense updates. Did you subscribe? Awesome. Let's jump into it.
New hosts have got themselves into hot water again after they did the very thing they purport to be against, undermining women's success. Joy Behar stunned viewers when she said Donald Trump's press secretary, 27-year-old Karoline Leavitt, only secured her position because of her good looks.
I think she's probably been put in there because, according to Donald Trump, she's a 10. You know that's what it is.
I want to be clear, though. It's not her first job. It was her first press briefing. She worked in the previous Trump administration.
The comment was bizarre, especially coming from Joy Behar, who is as woke as they come and positions herself as a champion of feminism. This online commentator said, disgusting Joy Behar of The View accuses Karoline Leavitt of being hired only because Donald Trump thought she was a 10.
Here's the reality. The View thought they could take cheap shots at Karoline and walk away unscathed, but they completely miscalculated. On a recent episode, the panel completely lost it, launching into an unhinged attack on Karoline simply because she's a young, successful, conservative woman. And of course, Joy Behar, in her usual smug and dismissive tone, reduced Karoline's entire career down to her looks, completely disregarding her intelligence, experience, and accomplishments.
I would like this young lady this is her first job, I would like her to do a little homework. Because she said something yesterday that really pissed me off. And that was, she said, there will be no wokeness here.
Oh, yeah. Let
me explain something to you. Because without that wokeness, you might not have that job.
Yeah.
Because women were not invited to that table. Women were not invited to many tables in this nation. The reason we fought and busted our behinds to make sure that you didn't have to worry about this. And now to hear you talk about it and to hear anybody talk about the wokeness was put in place for a reason. Because black people couldn't get into colleges. Because women could not get into the colleges they wanted to go to. This is all women. Yeah. See, this is not black, Asian women. This is all women. Women were not invited to this party. It was a man's world, and we busted our asses to make sure that this was a person's world.
This commentator said, Whoopi is mansplaining the press secretary job to Karoline Leavitt. Hilarious.
And of course, Sunny Hostin just had to make it all about race because why wouldn't she? But here's where things took a turn. Karoline wasn't about to sit back and let them get away with it. Instead of ignoring their nonsense, she decided to set the record straight in the most brutal way possible.
Please, his opponents are saying to this very day the same rhetoric that led to those two attempts. The second attempted on President Trump's life echoed the sentiment that President Trump is a democracy. And if you're a deranged lunatic and you're mentally ill, you will believe that lie, and yes, you will take political like we have seen in 2 instances against President Trump. Last week, Tim Walz and Kamala Harris said that everyone who showed up to President Trump's rally at Madison Square Garden was a That's despicable, dangerous, divisive rhetoric that is spewed by the Democrat Party every single day. And I'm so sick and tired of the media pointing the finger at Donald Trump and saying that he is sowing division in this country. He is not. The media is for pushing hoaxes like the one that you all pushed today, and the Democrat Party is for pushing lies about him. But the good news is Americans don't buy it. And that's why today President Trump is more popular than he has been since 2016, because people don't trust the media.
And just like that, Karoline exposed The View for what they really are. A group of bitter, out-of-touch elites who pretend to support women, but only if those women fit their narrative. Joy Behar is the definition of modern hypocrisy. She preaches about empowering women while actively tearing down any woman who doesn't conform to her ideology. It's disgusting. Whoopi claims, "I wouldn't have a job without wokeness." That's laughable considering The View is packed with unqualified diversity hires. And Sunny Hostin, talking about privilege? Don't make me laugh. Then Karoline dropped the hammer. The View doesn't want strong women, they want obedient women. I refuse to play their game. Boom. Within moments, her response went viral. Hashtag cancel The View and hashtag Karoline Leavitt. Exposes? The View were trending everywhere. Twitter, Instagram, YouTube. It was a complete firestorm. And this is where things really got bad for The View. ABC executives are reportedly panicking. Sources claim producers are furious that this spiraled out of control. Some are even questioning whether Joy Behar and Whoopi Goldberg are more of a liability than an asset. Sponsors are backing away, the show's reputation is in freefall, and now ABC is left with a serious decision: clean house or cancel The View entirely. Because let's be real, when the backlash becomes bigger than the ratings boost, it's game over. And right now, The View is hanging on by a thread. Could this finally be the moment that brings The View down for good? All right, now it's your turn. Did The View finally go too far? Was Karoline Leavitt's lawsuit the wake-up call the media needed? And do you think ABC will actually pull the plug on The View after this complete disaster? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. And before you go, don't forget to smash that like button and hit subscribe so you don't miss any breaking updates.
I don't think Whoopi Goldberg is very smart. Sorry, I am suspending Whoopi Goldberg for 2 weeks for her wrong and hurtful comments. While Whoopi has apologized, I've asked her to take time to reflect and learn about the impact of her comment.
You know, when you're a certain age, you use words that you know from when you were a kid or you remember saying, and that's what I did today, and I shouldn't have. I should have thought about it a little longer before I said it, but I didn't. And I should have said cheated, and I used another word, and I'm really, really sorry.
I don't think Whoopi Goldberg is very smart. Sorry, we've criticized her in different contexts before, and she just, maybe smart is not the right word. She is not knowledgeable about the things that she argues about.